Alright, everybody, welcome back to Steve Jackson's Sorcery in our quest for the Crown of Command. We're currently in the Shamutanti Hills, and we have just been through Dumfus, in which we got, let's have a little look. See what we've got. So, got some magic items. We've got spellbook page, CA, a cloth skull cap, which is used for these are various things used for spells. A vial of glue, nose plugs, and 4 pebbles. Rations. We have 5 meals and a bomba fruit, which may or may not be special and significant later on. We have a sword. And we have 9 gold pieces. We have 9 gold pieces, 6 rations. Alright, and the gorilla doesn't really mean a whole lot. So, leave Dumfus. Playing some Pillars of Eternity music in the background. Future Mr. Narame is Narame's future husband. Alright, so, you rise early, thank the householder, and head out into the street. Within a few minutes of walking, you are out of Dumfus and back on the road. After another hour or so, the way branches, with one path leading up into the hills and the other turning downhill and along one side of a barren, stony bridge. It is a village. Is that a village you can make out on top of the hill? It seems a lonely place for it. So, we can go to Uristanti. Oh, okay, I can pop that down a little bit. I think it's only because it was swelling. Like now you won't be able to hear it at all, but one of those soundtracks. So we can go to Uristanti, or we can go downhill and circle around. So it looks like if we go through Uristanti, we go up this way, and it goes to the bridge. Now this is the bridge of Vanka, so I don't know where this goes. Yeah, Vankas. So let's say with downhill, you maybe get down here. Otherwise, we may have to go here. I don't know. It's a bit vague. It looks like this road goes nowhere, so I don't know. I don't know. But uphill or downhill, basically, are the choices. Yeah, we just finished Dumfus, so you see the little red pegs, that's where we've been. So we've been here, we dug a hole and stuff, did a few good deeds, and now we left and we can go to another village, or go downhill and avoid it. Yeah, the poop pit. I think it's downhill towards the mines, yeah, but it also leads to the bridge. I don't know where this goes, so it's a bit weird. Brilliant. And again, 84 viewers, 8 votes. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I just don't get it. It does look like there's something there, isn't there? I don't know what to do now. Ah, there we go, downhill. Okay, you guys want to go to the mines rather than... And I get it, because, you know, we've had a village and a village and a village. So let's go down here to some mines. Okay. I'm going to skip that village. Head down here. You follow a meandering path around the side of a hill for most of the morning. Difficult to see the way ahead through the tree line, but you trust the course, and eventually the path bursts out into a narrow stone ledge high above the valley floor. The ledge leads left and right. There is no way forwards. Well, they're both forwards in a way, isn't it? So you can look left, look right, rest a moment, and eat, or move on. And I think when you rest and eat, you actually regain stamina, so we'll get up to 18, but I think we do have 11 out of 16 regardless, so that will, regardless, you know, resting a moment and eating will improve our stamina situation, but it will reduce our rations, just so you know. Happy, happy Monopoly. Yes. Okay, you want to know. Very well. Rest a moment and eat. I think it goes to 15. Perching on a ledge on the edge of the stone outcrop, you eat the old man's nourishing bomba fruit. Okay, so we ate that. Don't have a choice with that. And feel better for it. Okay, so we feel a lot better, really. So the bomba fruit's gone. So I guess that wasn't particularly special. So now that we've restored our stamina, which I think was a good idea, do we want to look left, look right, or move on? Now, it seems that these look left and look right choices are redundant, but they might not be. We had a little bit of a choice before, which was similar, and if you sort of looked around, eventually something happened. So these may not be as redundant as you think. But move on, it doesn't really say where you're going, does it? So, I don't know. Seems like a lot of choices for very little outcome, but it's good practice for you guys anyway. Is it another draw? I mean, if it is it's one of those things where there's no real basis of all right, you just want to move on. Fine, we're not going to look anywhere. Going to move on. So, get into your feet once more. You take a moment to find your balance before moving on. One slip here, and you'll fall a long way down. So yeah, and then you have to choose left or right. So, do you want to go into the valley, or do you want to go to the bridge? So the valley, just so you know, looks like it leads to a river with some mines on the other side. Or at least some caves or something. They do it like mines though, don't they? Because they've got that kind of structure thing about them. And the bridge leads to a bridge. A very long, treacherous looking bridge. Possibly with a tavern or some dwelling on the other side of it. Yeah, we might have got some insight, but shrug. It matters not. No, I hope they didn't dig too deep. Too greedily and too deep. So, you want to go to the bridge? Very well. Let's go to the bridge. That's right, isn't it? Turn right and head up the slope of the ledge, and after a few moments are quite taken aback by what you see ahead. Looming out of the mist in the valley is a long suspension bridge spanning the great chasm below. As the ledge winds and weaves its way around the cliff, you reach the peak where the bridge is deeply anchored by its enormous stone foot. Beyond this is a small dishevelled hut. Look at the hut, or cross the bridge. We're going to look at the hut. A small little shack. It's barely large enough to house a goblin, but someone has decorated it in a weird fashion, with outlines of figures tall and short and stocky, drawn in faded shades of wood, and some in red blood-coloured clouds. And from a few of these figures, actual bones protrude from the walls themselves, as if they formed part of the structure. Should have known immediately, of course. A bridge like this, out here, smells of sorcery and witchcraft. Of course. So you want to knock on the door, go across the bridge, or you can also turn back and maybe get, into the mines instead, if you want to change your minds about the direction you're going. Yeah, I don't really know. Hello, Maxer, how you doing? I don't really know why a bridge out here would instantly smell of witchcraft. Maybe a troll. That's what I was kind of thinking. We're going to knock at the door. Very well. Let us do so. You walk over to the hut and knock. There's no answer. Stranger still, however hard you beat your fist, your knocking seems to make no noise, as if the wood were a cup of water and you were beating your knuckles against the surface. Well, that would still make a noise, but still. And that's true, so we have. So, do you want to go across the bridge, or would you like to decide this isn't a bad idea and just turn back and go down into the mines? So again, our choices are up this way, or oops, or down that way. Are you going to have a go, Vo? Thank you very much for sticking around. You're welcome, man. See you soon. Why are we always even? Why? This is kind of similar to that, isn't it? In a way. I know this isn't really a treacherous mountain path, and everyone's like, we need to turn back, but at the same time, there's danger in this offer of maybe an easier route. Indeed, Sama, that's what you gotta think about. Maybe there's someone living here. I go back. What hero goes back? That's insanity! We need one more vote, apparently. Nope. Nope. Okay. Well, I might just see if I've got a coin or something for this one. Yeah, pretty much. Sadly, I don't have anything particularly like that around. You could random generate, yeah. Well, I could do that, but I'll go ahead. Yeah, what does that mean though? Okay. Alright, we're gonna turn back. We don't like the bridge. You changed your mind. When you go into the valley. We might have to come back up this way anyway, I don't know. The bridge might not be optional. Yeah, because I didn't know what, like the upper number, because you might have been doing like 1 to 6 or 1 and 2, I don't know. You make your way along the stone ledge. The angle is steep and it's hard going not to stumble. The valley floor is a dried up river, covered in worn stones, honed by water that is now long gone. But no pebbles that we can take for that spell, obviously. Small caves open in the rock face nearby, with rusted machinery abandoned outside. There was mining here once, but it must have been a long time ago. A wider track made for carts carrying ore leads up the far slope. Would you guys like to have a look around, investigate the mines, or climb up? And by climb up, it might mean go back to the bridge? I think that's what that means. We should hopefully not need the random num generator too much. Yeah, they're always in order. So I spy my little eyes just looking around. Sherlock's investigating. Bouldering is climbing up. Yeah, climb up could mean bypass the bridge and climb up the cliff. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what that means. Anyway, we're gonna investigate the mines. You approach the mine entrance. A wet wind greets you from the depths. The mine shaft must lead somewhere, but it is pitch black. There are no torches. You do not have any light of your own. Oh. So you can go inside, or you can climb the valley. Yeah, so it does mean climb up there and skip the bridge. Or you can go inside the pitch black mines. It's up to you. Climb the valley, or go inside. I mean, what could go wrong, right? A lot of things could go wrong. Like what? You know, like we fall into a pit and die. Oh yeah, that could happen, yeah. Still, we might come across like a gleaming pile of gold. We could fall to our deaths climbing the valley, so it'd be way more than 2d10 though, wouldn't it? Alright, we are going to climb the valley. We're not going to chance the mine. And we do so. Your breath is short and your heart is hammering as you pause halfway up the valley slope. A small wooden hut is opposite, set a little way back from the path. You want to approach it, avoid it, or look at it. Yeah, it's at least it's maybe 100 d10s for stubbing your toe. Could be a Pizza Hut. Do you see any, branding on it? So approaching the hut, avoiding the hut, looking at the hut. Jabba the Hutt. Of course, with the comedy Spaceballs, Jabba the Hutt and Pizza the Hut are kind of the same thing. So, we are going to approach the hut. Ooh. Thinking you might be able to stop for directions, you head towards the hut. But halfway across the scrub towards it, you see a figure emerging from the doorway. A troll in the doorway. Do you want to avoid it or approach it? Could be friendly. I mean, look at that face. You know? Maybe he's just been shaving, you know, with his razor and hand mirror. You know, you don't want to judge. Yes, it may well have done. Since we haven't crossed the bridge, this might work slightly differently. Might be a friendly troll. You know, it might break with tradition and it be like, oh, thank goodness someone's come to see me. I've been so lonely. Nobody dares cross the bridge. So, you never know. Alright, we're going to approach it. You move towards the troll, not afraid to let it see you. And see you it does, raising its enormous sword above its head and roaring. Trolls are dim-witted creatures and cannot be reasoned with, despite any stories you may have heard. Go and draw your sword or cast a spell. Now this is where we get into spell territory again, so I'll just quickly go through the spells we might be able to cast. They include lightning bolts, protective force fields, enables non-intelligent creatures to be controlled, makes creatures extremely clumsy, fireballs, invisible walls, and many other things. Got a couple of really neat ones, I think, now. Where's the one with the skull cap? So spells will cost stamina, but they might bypass situations entirely. So you do pop as well, because we've got devils. The thing is, if we do law, which is what you guys are obviously thinking about, what might happen is we can avoid it, but we won't be able to go into the won't be able to go into the hut. We'll just avoid it. We've got Tell. To activate the spell, the caster must wear the skull cap, and then user may then read the mind of any intelligent creature nearby. So that's not really appropriate. Anyway, casting is what honestly I sort of expected you guys to do. So this is where it gets interesting, because I have to decide which spell cast. So we've got wall, we've probably got pop. Is that a P? Yeah, that's pop. Okay, so that's one option. We've got dumb to cause clumsiness. Gotta do that. Maybe not any law, let me just check. Yeah. We've got law. Oh wow. A wall. To create an invisible wall. Yeah, it's not letting us cast law. But we can do wow. apparently not. I think the clumsiness will make it easier to beat in combat. Which one was mind control? I don't have them all memorized, you know. No, I can't do law. I can only do wall. If I put L, it puts it at the back. So, difficult to know where to go with this one, but you guys have wanted to cast a spell, so I'm probably going to do pop. It'll use a pebble, but it will cost less magicka. Less, we won't actually use any. Well, not because we're doing. Yeah, well, it's my choice because otherwise we'll be here all day. I don't want to use this one because it should be fun. So we're going to throw a pebble at it, make an explosion. It might make it run away. Cool. Alright then, so you cast your spell across a pebble and then fling it at the troll. It explodes in a shower of sparks, knocking the creature to the floor. So we've injured it. So we can either throw another or engage it. Thank you, Tinky. Which, I don't know. We only have, let's see, this just so you know. The pebbles, despite they should be everywhere, we only have 3 pebbles left, I believe. 3 pebbles left. Oh, we might get some more later, I don't know. But for now, we've got 3. So, they are, apparently. They are. So whether, whether you want to use another one on the troll, because it is already injured, it's up to you guys. Dead even? I'm just going to engage it then. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and engage it and see what happens. Because this is sort of my choice. It's only got 4 stamina left. We should be fine. So this is okay. So we got to defend. So oh, that's why I move. Okay, so let's see. It doesn't have much stamina left, so we can go all out really in our defense. How do I do this? There we go. So the troll strikes forward. Then an arm swing away. He drops down into a crouch behind his thick little shield. You swing hard with your sword, aiming to cut through him. Single stroke. The troll is stumbling, his wiry old muscles leaking green blood. He begins wailing and shouting. Yeah, we got this. We got this. We got to defend. Do that. Ow! Okay, -2. Sorry. Sorry. Let's just try and kill him. Then catches you off guard as you slice your blade around in a wide arc, leaving yourself open. The troll roars like a lion in reply and swings for your neck. The impact is enough to send you reeling. Your shield comes up. -1? Oh boy. I haven't done this in a while, like, of course, so... Hello, Shadowhawk. How are you doing? Put everything into defense now. I don't know where all this... Okay, we kill him. We kill him, although we lost 4 stamina. So we just lost what we kind of like gained from the meal. So we come out even at the end. We killed the troll. We could try again, but we'll just continue. Do you want to search the troll's hut or move on? It must be that Shadowhawk and Snore haven't been like in the same stream for a while, because you've both been quite regular. Just missing each other. I wonder what you guys are going to pick. I'm just really curious about what you're going to choose. I'm just a bit confused. You guys want to let me know what? Maybe. How you doing, Shadowhawk? Anyway, you doing alright? Oh yeah, you went to see... How was the mini war? Snore. You have a good time? Sorry, I shouldn't be asking you questions when you're doing the voting. Snore, where are these results? Snore, why aren't you answering my question? Although it's Nara who's doing the votes, so... Oh, what a surprise! What a surprise! We're going to search the troll's hut. With the troll dead, you quickly search the hut and find 3 gold pieces hidden in a pile of blankets. Then you slip out and continue on your 3 gold pieces. Well, you know, it's better than nothing, I guess. Okay. Now our choice is to keep walking. Now we've got past the bridge of Vankas. Now we're heading into Birritanti. Shamutanti. Eventually. Another hour passes as you finish the climb. With the sun starting to hang heavy in the sky, you reach the top and meet with the other end of the rope bridge. Okay. Do you want to look back at the bridge or walk on? I didn't really expect this. How could you be sick of typing hoppity? Total of 5 children ages 2 to 3. Yeah, that sounds great. Alright, we're going to have a little retrospective look back at the bridge. It may look stable, but it's undoubtedly a death trap set to part travellers from their gold and from their lives. You continue down the slope as the evening drawn in, so lucky we avoided it, I guess. Head for the town. Is the only choice? Yeah. No, it was, undoubtedly. Somewhere down the hill, you stop for a rest and sit on a boulder and survey what lies ahead. The path leads downwards, and at its foot, cradled between 3 peaks, is a village. Quite a large one at that. Behind you, the sun is falling rapidly into the hills. It will be night soon. Do you want to approach the village or avoid it? Here's the 3 peaks. Way to go yet. Yeah, unless they're all like, did you meet our friendly pet troll? Well, not friendly though, was it? Do not question, Spazwolf. Do not question. I guess we're going in then. Approach the village. The village looks like a good place to stop. You hop down from the boulder and make your way forward. When an overhanging branch touches your face and you hear a lively chirping. You hop down from the boulder and make your way forward when an overhanging branch touches your face and you hear a lively chirping. Hello, Grish. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Would you like to freeze, turn around, or keep going? Boppity. Look, Hop is... Look, it's canon now. Can't change it. Might be. It might be a wren or something. You're gonna freeze. You're gonna freeze. You die. Hovering by your shoulder is a small creature, the size of a bird. It is childlike, but very thin, with green skin, and it flits around you on transparent wings. It seems friendly enough, and even lands on your shoulder, its tiny clawed toes pinching slightly. Would you like to talk to it, shake it loose, cast a spell, or carry on? It's no threat. Shadowhawk. Right. Childlike but very thin, with green skin, flits around you on transparent wings. Okay? Might not be a fairy. It could be a very small winged goblin. Talk to it, shake it loose, cast a spell, carry on, it's no threat. I don't know what spell you would want to cast on it, so I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. If we come to it. We'll see what sort of choices it gives us if that comes up. We're going to talk to it. Okay, we're going to talk to it. Makes sense. I guess that's a reasonable thing that a reasonable person would do. Yes. Difference in parroting. Talk to it. Greetings, little creature. And hello to you, the creature replies. My name is Jan. What are you? What do you want with me? I suppose if you're a parent yourself, then, you know, it's probably, you've probably got more right, you know? Me not being a parent, you know, I don't see why any parent would listen to me. Because I know nothing about parenting. So, you know, if I was the one saying, you know, maybe your kid shouldn't have juice because we're about to have dinner, they'd be like, what do you know? I'm like, that's fair enough, but not a lot. Just trying to speak sense, that's all, you know. But they would have a very valid counter-argument in that I know nothing about kids, so... But if you have kids of your own, then maybe you've got more weight behind what you're saying. It's true. It's true. What are you? Creature does a backflip and gives a low bow. I'm a mini-mite. There you go, it's not a fairy. Pleased to meet you. It reaches out a tiny hand, shakes your earlobe. I'm not going anywhere until you've gone, you say. Or, what can you tell me about the village, you ask. Or, what do you want with me, you inquire. Yes, indeed. Yep. Damn it. I would go by the text more than the art. Grish, just as a general rule. Yes, a little bit. What do you want with me? And yet I surrender myself into the arms of a beautiful stranger wins. What do you want with me? To that village, the creature replies, last time I tried to go through, they told me I wasn't welcome, but I wouldn't mind some protection. The creature starts hopping up and down. More hopping. Come on, it grumbles impatiently. Let's get going, can't we? You can say, I'm not going anywhere until you've gone. What can you tell me about the village? I can protect you, or where I'm going is dangerous. I suppose that's the danger of it, though, Shadowhawk, is that you pick the option that seems best, funniest, rather than the one that is the most sensible. But it hasn't had much of an effect so far, and we can always reload. I can set the game back to any point in the past, and we can replay it from that point. So if we feel that, oh, we should have gone into the mines, I can set it back to that point. So I am not going... So option 1, I am not going anywhere until you've gone. Option 2, what can you tell me about the village? Option 3, I can protect you to get through the village. Or option 4, where I'm going is dangerous. Okay, what can you tell me about the village? That's probably... Yeah, well, you know, I wouldn't, Shadowhawk, I wouldn't. Leaving being sensible to other people, I found, is not a good thing. Rarely works. What can you tell me about the village? You point down the valley. Is it safe? It is Shamutanti, and it's very safe. It's the largest village in the whole of the Shamutanti Hills. Every traveller who comes this way spends at least one night there. So it's a little bit expensive, especially for mini-mates, but pleasant enough. So you can say, I'm not going anywhere till you've gone. Well, let's get going then. I can protect you, or where I'm going is dangerous. We only have one new one, basically, which is, okay, let's go. Well, so it is expensive, especially for mini-mites, so maybe they're a bit unwelcome there? Because what did he say? I wasn't welcome. Yeah, it's funny how we can't ask why. What did you do? Probably fine. Probably is a big word. We're doing 5 on 12 gold though. 12's quite a lot. Let's just go. I think won that one. Well, let's get going then. The creature shakes you by the ear in excitement, and you set off along the path once more. You descend into the bowl of the valley. The hills on either side are toweringly tall and throw the village into deep shadow. It would seem very gloomy. It would seem a very gloomy, threatening place, but from the streets come a distant sound of laughter and merriment. Oh, well, we can enter the town or we can keep outside. And I'm sure that Jan will be like, what are you doing? Why are we going around? I could have done that myself. But anyway, we could enter the town or we could go around. Or sleep outside. It says sleep outside. Look how far we've come. How far we've come. All the way down there. We don't like mines, do we? We skipped those mines. We skipped those mines. I'll check. I will have a look while you guys are deciding. Gold piece. Goblin tooth, bamboo flute, giant's tooth, medicinal potion, sand, black face mask, jewel of gold, gold back mirror, stone dust, fire water, yellow powder, gale horn, brass pendulum, oak sapling, jewel studded medallion, pearl ring, bracelet of bone, sun jewel, green head wig, crystal orb, green ring, holy water. Nope, sadly not. Okay, beer one. Into the merriment we go. I think. Yeah, I think that's right. Don't have a lot of meat on him. You continue along the path. The sounds of festivities grow louder. It's almost spooky here in the shade of the valley, and after so long on the dire road, the people in this village seem to be enjoying themselves. See? The Minimite on his shoulder remarks. I told you this was a happy place. Jan, what's going on? Or, just keep going. They're probably celebrating the last kill of the last adventurer who wandered in here with a Minimite on his shoulder. Some sort of cult town, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. Truly, don't have a clue. Jan, what's going on? Jan shakes his head. Oh, what's going on in there? Are they bewitched? Jan shakes his head. No, if it was magic, believe me, I'd know. This is the festival of the young. What's that? Enter the festival, or avoid it. So you just instantly like, oh, a festival! Right, let's go. Or do you inquire about what the festival is? Or do you just avoid it? Like, oh, no. Young people having fun? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know, Sam. I don't know if the books get that dark, honestly. I don't think they do. So. What's that? As in, what is the Festival of the Young? Enter the festival. Or avoid it. So what's that? Okay. What's that? Well, take a look. Jan waves a little hand around the village. The idea is that once a year, the children are allowed the freedom of the village. It's a time for great fun and lots of pranks. It becomes quickly obvious what he means. You pass the first few buildings where you find a number of children sitting in the street and drinking ale from deep mugs. Further on, a young boy is holding an old woman over his knee and spanking her. On another side of the street, a group of boys is fighting outside a hut with a sign that reads Glandragor's Tavern. It's all complete mayhem. Do you want to rescue the old woman or leave her? She might be enjoying the attention. That's the Purge. I bet it's less fun for them to come next day, yeah, especially if they've had lots of ale. They won't be used to that sort of feeling. I mean, Rube and I, we're serial hangoverists, but these kids... That's true, Tinky, that is true. Anyway. Oh, it's a draw. It's a freaking draw. Hanging on, Narma. It goes to the randomizer, everyone. Do we rescue the old woman, who may not want to be rescued, or we're going to leave her? Okay, we're just going to leave the old woman. Leave her. You consider helping the woman, but there is nothing you can do. It is their festival, after all. This is true. Fair enough. Happens every year. So do you want to enter the tavern? Would you like to go further into town? Or would you like to think... Say, I've had enough of this, and leave town. Further into town. Enter the tavern. Leave town. It's only a randomizer if it's a draw, Shadowhawk. All the quote ball. Oh, that's true. Still, that's still kind of... See, if we were to use that, okay, so I'm at the stage where I think a pillar drinking game is a good idea. We could maybe interpret that as rescuing the crone, I think. Probably not very. All right, yeah, we'll try that. We'll try if there's another draw, we'll try the magic quote ball and try and decipher what Nightbot has decided. Okay, so I guess that's a draw between enter the tavern or leave town. So the quote ball. Oh, do I? Oh, brilliant. Wonderful. No more votes? Oh, we're going to get popular. I would have done that ages ago. I would say that mean leave. Oh, but then more people. Yeah, but then we get more the beer. So we'll go to we'll enter the tavern. What we'll do. Some late votes. Behind the bar, a thick-set man is wiping mugs down with an old rag. Greetings, stranger, he calls. I'm Glandragor. Can I be helping you? Greetings, say. How much is ale? You ask. Or just promptly turn around and leave. It's a difficult thing to call, Snore. I suppose that's for people to say, you know, whether they're not getting votes in time. Maybe they're on a mobile or something and having trouble clicking the links. So well, I don't want to sway it, but I want to discuss the last option of just leaving. I mean, you're not leaving again, you're leaving for the first time for a start, but it's like, you know, when you walk in somewhere and the barkeep's like, hello there, can I help you? And you just abruptly just turn around and leave. That's very silly. Anyway, hello. Greetings, I have come a long way. I'm sure you have. Take a seat. You do so, and Jan leaps up onto the counter. Vandragar seems amused rather than alarmed by the creature. How much is ale? I'll leave again. I'm just going to say how much is ale because we've decided to say we've sat down. There's no reason why we would leave now. So I'm just gonna click it, okay? I'm just gonna click how much is ale. And this just seems like one of those things where you just it doesn't make any sense now that we've committed to stay here. So don't bother voting because how much is ale? Well, there you go. 2 gold pieces. It's the finest in town. Well, it's the only ale in town. I make sure of that. Leave that hanging there. Do you want to buy a mug? I have no gold. You lie. Or now do you want to leave? I like the lessons. I make sure of that. I have no gold, but I really want beer. Can you help me out? I mean, that might be, you know, work for it. Well, you know, if you do this little job for me, you can have an ale or whatever. Anyway, we are going to buy the overpriced beer. Buy a mug. We're going to support this cartel, this beer mafia. You put 2 gold pieces down on the countertop, and Glandragor pulls you a mug of beer. It's warm, frothy, and deeply refreshing. Glandragor smiles. Looks like you've been on the road a while. You've no idea, you reply. It's only been about a week. It hadn't been that long, really, when you think about it. But anyway, you've no idea. How long? About a week. Yeah, I know how that long is. Anyway, tell me about this village. Tell me about yourself. Leave again. We're getting into battle music now, so I might see something about that. I'll just put it back to the start. It's true, but, you know, that doesn't really alter the amount of time that's passed, just what's happened within it. So you could reply, it's been a week, but it's been, you know, a long week, or a rough week. You hope this turns into a dated sim. Well, tell me about this village, or tell me about yourself. No offense, but I hate you. Oh, so tell me about the village then? We're not going to leave. Well, I suppose it is leave, but leave was last. No, because leave was last, so it's not an option. It's either tell me about the village or tell me about yourself. So leave's already out. So, oh, there we go, tourist info. Yeah, well, I would say that no offense, but I hate you would lead us to tell me about the village rather than yourself, so they both work. Glandragor shrugs. Not much to say. What you see is what you get. This place keeps going because it's on the only route between Care and Cantapani. If one of these mountains falls or the river freezes over, then this place will be a desert in 2 weeks. Hello, Dev. None yet. None in this stream, anyway. Do you want to say? I'm headed for Care, or Carey, or I don't know. Myself? Tell me about yourself, or do you just want to get up and leave? Yeah, we're heading for Care. Yeah, that's where we're going. We're because this here is the second book. The Shamutanti Hills is the first book. Care is the second book, and then it goes on to Plains and finally some Evil Fortress. There are 4 books in this. We are just 3/4 of the way through the first. And we're going to tell them where we're going. I'm going there. Of course you are. Didn't I just tell you that? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I suppose he did, didn't he? What can you tell me about it? Or I'll be glad to be out of the hills. I suppose he knows that we're from here because we're because of our accent and stuff and the way we look. I don't know, but he knows where we're going anyway. So, what can you tell me about the city, or I'm glad to be out of the hills? We're not quite yet out of the hills, are we? I mean, there's still some hills ahead of us. So, that's true, yeah. Well, I could just beat him up and steal all the ale, though. It depends how far this no-rule thing goes. Because if it's like no rules except no hurting people, unless they like it. Anyway, what can you tell me about the city? Care. I loved a girl in Care once. It's a town for love, you know. You'll have to live every day like it's your last in Care, because chances are high it will be. Now, there's a city of thieves if ever there was one. So you can say, I'll survive, I can watch my back, or I have my magic. So you've obviously got something to prove, haven't you? I'll survive. I will survive. Watch my back. Or I have my magic. No ideas. No ideas, Summer. Not a clue. I don't think it's stigmatized at all. From what we've sort of discovered and everything, I don't think there's any particular taboos with it. Hello, Bushranger. How's it going? How are you doing? Good morning. Which morning is it for you? I guess it might be Monday morning for you then? Saying that? Mm. Oh, anyway. Okay. Alright, I can watch my back. Okay, that's what we're going to say. I can watch my back. That's very clever, you know, considering it's physically impossible. But we'll say that. Well, don't forget to watch your front as well, Glandrador beams. They'll come at you whichever way. Glandrador goes back to wiping down his bar. Then a thought occurs to him. You'll be passing through Torapani, I suppose. The Sphinx and Torapani are normally a merry lot, but they're pretty depressed at the moment. There's a real gloom about the place. So do you say, I don't care about their feelings? Or, I'll bear that in mind. Or, what's up? So, Torapani is there. So it looks like, yes, we will be going there at some point. Don't know where the Sphinx in Torapani are normally a merry lot, but they're pretty depressed at the moment. There's a real gloom about the place. You're not bothered? What's the matter? What's the matter, you? Hey. Oh, well. He thinks for a moment, then waves away whatever was at the tip of his tongue. I'm sure it's nothing to concern you. Okay. Yes, so all 4 books combine into one bigger. You can obviously play them all individually if you want, although I think there's a massive advantage to playing them all at once because items carry over. There's more chance of you having useful things later on. From the counter, Jan issues a loud burp. He has been sipping ale from puddles on the bar top and he's now quite drunk. Do you want to slip away and leave him for dead? Or, you know, just leave him. Or wake him up? So this is a possibility to get rid of the pixie, if you want. Sorry, it's not a Marmite, it's a Minimite. It's a minimum thing. It's a little green thing. Little green flying man. That's what it is. Oh, you all want to wake him. Oh, that's adorable, guys. That's adorable. Wake him by shouting, "Hell, hey, listen." You poke the little creature who clambers boozily upon your finger, but then topples off and onto the floor. Leave him there if you like, Glandrador says. I'll pick him up and put him in a mug. But you don't quite manage it. At the last moment, Jan rouses himself and flies, wobblingly, back to your shoulder. I love you, he whispers in your ear. Hello, Allswit. Welcome in. How you doing? We're still at this, and I know you've got a bit of insight into it, so... We've got a boyfriend. Indeedy. Okay, so we can then go further into town, or we can leave town. I wonder if he's part of our inventory. No, he's not. I mean, that makes sense that he wouldn't be, but you know. He's not an object. Hopefully, Bushranger. Hopefully. Only one way to find out. Go further into town or leave town. Those are your options. Romantic time with Junk and Yan. Yeah, it is, but there might not be too much of this. I kind of want to finish this area before we finish. So you're right, it is. It is. I know you want rid of me, but I'm probably going to stick around until we finish this this town, because there might not be that much more of it anyway. You head out of the tavern and turn a corner to find a group of girls standing by a signpost pointing to the crystal waterfall. They are tipping up their elders as they pass and giggling. Tripping up, even, sorry. So you can ask them about the waterfall, or you can move on. I like how the elders can't actually do anything about this, you know. Not until the next morning. Just running around trying to trip adults up. Nice one, Snore. Thank you for doing the majority of the polls tonight, Narama. Do appreciate it. Lets me sit here, waiting patiently. Saves me a lot of bother, it does. Okay, ask him about the waterfall, just barely wins. You stop by the group and ask them about the waterfall, but they are too distracted by Yan, who they delight in poking, tickling, and generally cooing over. After a few minutes of asking them about the waterfall, you give up and walk away. One of the girls calls, "Come back!" and another shouts, "The water is good for you." Yan sighs, already missing the attention, but comes back to rest on your shoulder. You leave the girls to their snickering. So we can go find an inn. We can visit the waterfall, or, oh god, we can still leave town if we wanted to. We now have 3 options. Leave town, visit the waterfall, find an inn. Vote more, please. As long as there's an uneven number, then it's kind of fine. Although it does confuse me because, you know, we had about 80 people or something when this started, and of course it's dropped a little bit. But because it's dropped, it means people are actually paying attention and knowing what's happening in the stream. So that means there's still 50 people here who were probably watching, but still only about 8 who are actually voting. It's weird. Waterfall. Don't go chasing waterfalls. We're editing a video. Yeah, I get other people are doing stuff. Thank you, Dumma. You're playing Rocket League. How's it going? Still a noob. You go back past the girls and head up a path that climbs through a crack in the mountainside. Soon, the air is filled by a thundering, quite a climb, but eventually you turn a corner through a narrow cleft in the rock and catch your first glimpse of the tall natural waterfall. It could be. Plunging down the cliffs from the cliffs overhead. A large crystal stalactites hang down either side of the water. It is stunning. There's only one path to reach it, winding up the rock face, and it passes by a small hut where a ruffian is collecting money. Greet the ruffian, turn back, ask Yang to scout ahead, or cast a spell. There's only one path to reach it, winding up the rock face, and it passes by a small hut where a ruffian is collecting money. Hello, ruffian! Yep, there we go. Hello, ruffian. Greet the ruffian. Make your way over to the hut. Greetings, you begin. You collect a fee for the waters? I do, sneezes the ruffian. These waters cannot be so healing that he has not caught an awful flu from them. 3 gold pieces. You want to pay? You want to haggle? Or do you want to turn back? I don't think they should have used the word ruffian. 3 gold pieces? Yes, indeed. Might be really good water, though. I don't know. But that is a half troll's worth. That's true. Yep. Rapscallion. It might be. It could be really good. I don't know. It could be absolutely nothing. Let's try and haggle. Okay, let's try and haggle. 3 gold pieces for a bath? That's too much. The waters are healing, the ruffian explains quickly. They'll do more than make you clean. Go, pay, haggle. Alright, so go means, I think, leave. Pay means that you pay the 3 gold pieces, and haggle means you insist on paying less. But yeah, the word go is very oddly placed, and also it's normally at the bottom. So the first option is leave, second option is pay 3, and obviously the third is try your hardest to pay less than 3. Do wonder. Naughty Sama. We've already pulled. Alright, we're going to try and haggle. I'll give you 2. The ruffian considers you for a moment. He seems to be won over by your manner. There you go. There you go. Female charms. Alright, 2 gold pieces. But don't tell anyone I did it. Pay. Or 1. Pay 2. Or try and push it. Get down to 1 gold piece. It's pay 2. So it's 201. Yeah, it's not 301, it's 201. It's alright. Just so everyone knows that it's pay 3. No, it's not. It's pay 2. Or it's try and get 1. Dunno. Probably. But maybe not. It is crystal waters after all. Alright, we're gonna pay. We're gonna cut our losses. We're gonna pay 2 gold. For at least we'll get a bath, if anything. You'll hand over your coins. The ruffian pockets them quickly, scanning the path either side to make sure it hasn't been seen. The waterfall. You head up to the waterfall, which cascades forcefully into a deep pool. Strip off your clothes and dive into the pool, while Jan flitters through the froth. Oh, now you're bathing together. Cool water is fresh and invigorating, and you feel yourself getting rapidly better. You feel a huge swell of confidence. Coming here was the best decision you have made. Now you can move on, refreshed and ready for the night. Hello, Gix. It's unusual seeing you in one of my streams. How are things going? I imagine for a lot of people it will have been a while since they've heard from you. You've been busy, that's good. Oh, hang on. We can sleep by the waterfall. Or we can find an inn. Where would you guys want to spend the night? Sleep at the waterfall? Find an inn. This is the first one. We have 8 gold, says at the top there. We have a divided opinion here about where we should sleep. So yeah, this is the first game. We're going to try and make our way through all of them. Though the rabble, which you have just joined, is making all the decisions, so... Yes. Still, so far so good. We're doing okay. We have restored our stamina just now. The thing is, the freezing to death thing is at least free. Sleep by the waterfall. Oh, I'm not worried about the third one just yet. We've got to get through the city port of traps. The idea of going back into the village now is unappealing. You are refreshed and calm, and the scenery here is beautiful and peaceful. Getting out of the pool, you dry off. I wonder if that guy's actually watching us. I mean, why wouldn't he be? To be fair to him, what's stopping him? Anyway, apart from common decency, but he's a ruffian after all. Getting out the pool, you dry off, collect your things, and head off into the trees to find a spot to rest. Between curling roots, you find a small place to settle down to rest. Jan perches a little way above in a knot and is quickly asleep. You are tired enough to follow suit. Do you want to eat something first? Or settle down for the night? I wonder how he's going to feel in the morning. No, I don't think we are. I mean, we've paid him to bathe in the pool. That's what he gets paid for. It's okay. We've still settled down for the night. Still won. It's still won. It's okay. You rest your head on your backpack and close your eyes. Ooh. Your dreams are filled with walking. With peaks and valleys and endless paths. A curious light plays across them, building walls into heights before ruining them as it moves away. The rest of the night passes silently. And that is where we're going to call it. Tonight we have finished doing Shamutanti. Next we'll move on to Sorcery, which will probably be the last episode of the Shamutanti Hills. We finished with 18 stamina. A golden fire ration, so I think we've made a profit, all in all. No. I think I've done this before. In a charity live stream. So, I think... There's a boss fight here, which I don't think we can avoid. And it's pretty annoying. Like, it took me a while to do. Although, I did do it quite late in the charity stream, so I was kind of lacking on sleep. But, I think there's a boss fight in here, basically. Next session is in a week's time, Grish. Oh yeah, there's boss fights. Yeah, it's, you know, pretty traditional in that kind of way. The only thing is, do we go around here to this area, or down there to that area? But we'll find out next time. If you're watching on the V streams, I thank you very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying. Toodaloo.